all my fellow YouTubers. Here with you again is SWK258, Sean Keegan. Here with you again on SWKdbzproductions, making another edition of A Week in Wrestling. I'm your host. And now let's start off with Monday Night Raw of 8/29/11. Kevin Nash, now I changed the statement now because Triple H is to face CM Punk, but then it was Kevin Nash, so Kevin Nash is to face CM Punk at Night of Champions. But isn't it supposed to be an all-title match pay-per-view? Like, putting that match in there, you know, that just kind of takes a stipulation out of the pay-per-view, and I'm not digging that idea, you know, make it on a weekly show if you ask me, make it on Raw or SmackDown. I don't know. And Ziggler and Swagger now seem to be having a feud of their own. And it seems strong, you know. Still leaving me to wonder what happens next. It's really interesting, you know, the way they're really, you know, heating up over Vicky Guerrero. I like it, to be honest. Okay, the best matches of the night, I thought, were Dolph Ziggler versus Randy Orton. Both superstars seem to be expanding their movesets, I noticed, and, you know, that's good. I mean, you know, for a second it looked like Dolph might have gotten the upset win. You know, when he did that super kick on Randy, I thought that might have been it, to be honest, and if he did, that would have been extremely impressive on the part of the United States Champion, Dolph Ziggler. And CM Punk versus The Miz. This was a really impressive brawl, and Miz, I gotta say, looked great in this match. It was a shame that he got disqualified after R-Truth interfered, but great match up until that point, great match. I still like their stable, R-Truth and The Miz. It's wonderful. The best promos, I could only pick one, involved John Cena, Christian, and Mark Henry. And it promised to put over the three of them, I guess. The players of the week, I'm going to say, were The Miz for seriously holding his own against the best in the world, CM Punk, and Dolph Ziggler for putting up a great fight with the World Heavyweight Champion, Randy Orton. Now on to Super SmackDown, which was on Tuesday night of August 30th, 2011. I'm really curious as to the reasoning behind Sin Cara's attack on Daniel Bryan after their match. You know, I honestly couldn't imagine what it is, because, you know, Sin Cara, ever since he debuted, he's been this big, over-the-top, you know, good guy, like, always does right, and, you know, he's always thinking of others, and, you know, this really makes me think, is he going to turn heel? Is there finally going to be, like, you know, Lucha Libre in WWE that isn't, like, super face or whatever? And now Triple H is to face CM Punk, as I already said. It should be a great match considering that night's promo, but I'm still not digging the idea of a singles match, a singles non-title match at a supposedly all-title match pay-per-view. The best matches I'm going to say were Sin Cara versus Daniel Bryan. It was very fast-paced and wonderful wrestling overall. I really liked what happened afterwards, that match. And Christian versus Orton in a steel cage for the World Heavyweight Championship, of course. You know, nice reversals and change of control. It was vintage steel cage material. What else can I say? Pressing each other against the cage, doing slams against the cage, near escapes, then pulling down, slamming to the floor. Wonderful. The best promos involved John Cena and Wade Barrett. This was good for filling time, I guess. It was a good promo, not the best ever, but, you know, they got some heat to fly. I think they managed to, you know, get some momentum going pre-match. And Triple H and Punk contract signing. You know, there was some really intriguing controversy concerning love of the company, leadership, and stardom. Players of the week, I'm going to say, were Sin Cara for putting on a great match to make up for a suckish match on Raw, and a potential heel turn. And CM Punk, once again, putting on a kick-ass promo and finally fighting Kevin Nash. If you didn't see the rest of the contract signing, then CM Punk fought Kevin Nash afterwards, and to be honest, I think he kind of kicked his ass up until the point where Triple H got involved, and then, you know, they both got pushed over by Big Sexy. And Impact Wrestling of September 1st, 2011. Does the idea of an authority figure supposedly making business decisions but getting back in the ring sound familiar? Because it does to me. It sounds like I've heard of TNA stealing storylines from WWE before, and I've seen it in the whole Immortal thing, you know, compared to NWO. But, like, you know, I haven't seen it multiple times. This is the only time I've seen it again. So, not liking that. And I'm curious as to why it is that Jerry Lynn attacked RVD. You know, apparently there's been a lot of betrayal going on in mainstream wrestling lately because friends are attacking supposed friends, and I thought this was good. RVD had it coming, I guess, or maybe Jerry Lynn had it coming. You know, the whole heel turn. Maybe he never meant to help RVD. Who knows? And I see change in the future of the Knockouts division now that Karen Angle is the president or executive or whatever you want to call it of the Knockouts division. You know, the way I see it, she's going to give him hell. And is Daniels going to turn heel considering his display after the AJ Styles match he had? You know, I feel they had a great match, but like, you know, what happened? I'm really curious. The best matches I'm going to say were Jesse Sorensen and Brian Kendrick, the X Division champion, versus Austin Aries and Kid Cash. There was rough brawling and some really good double team moves. Mickie James versus Winter for the Knockouts title. Good chain wrestling, nice brawling, not too bad a match, you know? I mean, Knockouts, they didn't look as terrible this week as they have been compared to the Divas. So, I'm intrigued to see what will happen in the future, once again. And AJ Styles versus Daniels. There was a great, unique set of moves, combinations, and reversals. I loved this match. Best promos, couldn't pick any. Players of the week, I'm going to say were Rob Van Dam for, what does that say? Being in some of the matches of the night 4 weeks in a row. Congrats, RVD. I'm not trying to say that it's something big to be criticized by me, but, man, I got to pick you for a player of the week this week, bro. And Sorensen picking up the victory in a seriously good tag match. And Mickie James winning back her title. And Daniels for finally proving he can beat AJ. And now once again I would like to mention the mid-carders in WWE. I would once again like to mention that mid-carders nearly picking up the victories against main eventers, just coming so close to picking up the upset. You know, that really says to me, once again, that WWE is pushing their mid-carders. That's something they're doing right. And you know, TNA right now I don't think is doing so bad either. But, it's all good, I feel, right now in wrestling. That week, great week, mainstream wrestling. Well, I'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, leave a reaction. And subscribe. Peace.